Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Gyan Bhakti. We focus exclusively on spirituality, Vedanta, and Sanatana Dharma. Please subscribe our channel for the mystical meanings of the scriptures and daily satsang. Our humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman or God, our worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj, all sages and scriptures, and to the divinity in each of you. We are currently exploring the scripture Mysticism of Mahabharata. Commentary is by Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. Today we are starting a new section called Udyog Parva. Udyog means effort, self-effort. After revealing their true identity, the Pandavas remained in the kingdom of Virat at a place known as Upaplavya. Although they and their allies were striving to promote peace, the Pandavas began to prepare for war with the Kauravas in the event that Duryodhan did not meet their just demands, seeking Krishna's help. According to the custom of ancient times, people sought the help of their relatives in battle. Since Krishna was related to both the Pandavas and Kauravas, both Arjun and Duryodhan hurried to Dwarka, each trying to be the first to secure Krishna's promise of assistance. Seeing Duryodhan arrive first, Krishna closed his eyes and pretended to be asleep. When Duryodhana entered the room and saw Krishna resting, he sat on a chair behind Krishna's head, waiting for him to wake up. Then Arjuna arrived, and instead of taking a seat, he stayed standing near Krishna's feet with folded hands. In a while, Krishna opened his eyes and saw Arjuna at the foot of the bed. After acknowledging Arjuna's presence, he turned to Duryodhana and welcomed him also. Smiling, Krishna said, "Tell me, why have you come?" Duryodhana replied, "You know very well that there will be a war between the Pandavas and Kauravas, and since you are a relative to both sides, we both have a right to claim your assistance. Since I arrived first, you must give me your promise that you will help the Kauravas in the upcoming battle." Lord Krishna replied, "O Duryodhana, surely you came first, but when I opened my eyes, I saw Arjuna first. Therefore, I will give help to both of you. Since Arjuna is like your younger brother, let us out of courtesy give Arjuna the first choice." Then turning to Arjuna, Krishna said, "O Arjuna, I am presenting two choices before you. You may have the help of a great army of millions of strong and heroic soldiers, or you may choose to have my help. I will be alone, and I will not touch any weapon. So choose either of the two options." Arjuna said, "If you are with me, I am sure to win the battle. Without you, this great army is of very little meaning to me. Therefore, I choose you, O Krishna." Pleased to hear this and convinced that Arjuna had made a foolish mistake, Duryodhana chose to receive the vast army known as Narayani Sena. Feeling quite self-satisfied, Duryodhana then returned home to Hastinapur. After Duryodhana left, Krishna asked, "O Arjuna, why did you choose me? I am alone. I will not fight. Why didn't you choose that great army that I had offered?" Arjuna replied, "Even without weapons, you alone are able to destroy all this world. I ask only that my chariot be sustained and be driven by your hands." On a mystic level, this interesting story gives us insight into the higher and lower aspects of the human personality. Arjuna represents the higher aspect within us, that which recognizes the glory of God. Arjuna knew Krishna to be Lord Vishnu, or the divine self, who had manifested for the destruction of demoniac forces. With this understanding, he chose Krishna alone as his chariot driver in battle. Similarly, if we secure God's grace and place the chariot of our life in his hands, then nothing else is needed in the battle of life. Once that is accomplished, even though we may face the most terrible of wars, victory is secured. Duryodhana represents the lower self, that aspect of personality which is insensitive to the majesty of God and unable to comprehend divine glory. This lower self cannot approach God directly in loving surrender. It approaches God from behind, so to speak, and considers God as a means to an end. When the higher self dominates our personality, we seek the help of God for the sake of God. We will not use God as a means to an end. We turn to God in order to be united with Him through self realization. So it becomes an unselfish, sincere project where we want our evolution without all the worldly attractions. But dominated by the lower self, we turn to God not for His sake, but with an ulterior motive. This is also known as sakamya, or requesting for desires from God be fulfilled. Thus, Duryodhana approached Krishna not for Krishna himself, but for the sake of obtaining the army that Krishna was offering. So, we will continue and conclude this episode in tomorrow's satsang. Hari Om Tat Sat.